Okay, cool. Okay, thank you. It's great to be here. Thanks, Dr. Johnson. Thanks, Mark and Harold and the EnerGIS crew for having this put on. This is great. So I practiced this speech, and it could be 2 minutes or an hour and a half. So bear with me. Hopefully, it will be entertaining and you get something out of it. A little bit about WhiteStar, origin story, if you will. We've been around for over 30 years. We do GIS land mapping data and software. We're out of Denver, Colorado. I've been working here for 12 years, and I started as a GIS mapper. I have meteorology background, and now I'm doing more of this talky talk stuff, if you will. So looking forward to explain what we do and how we've helped out and collaborate with our clients and sponsors and all that stuff. But a little bit about WhiteStar. Like I said, we've been 30 years deep, and we are an Esri business partner for 20. So we do GIS land mapping data and software. And this is a slideshow right here. It shows some of our data layers. We do have nationwide parcel data. We do have well data, cultural data, and our TrueGrid data also. Parcel data, we have about 250 attributes, and we also have land use. With our well data, it's header information. All this data we've collapsed into one unique data set over 55 or 550 attributes that work off each other. The parcel data is correlated to the TrueGrid, which TrueGrid is like the section, township, and range, or abstracts, blocks, and surveys in Texas. And for ground control for the parcels, for example, we work with the TrueGrid of, okay, this parcel is in this section or this abstract. So that's a little bit about what our data layers are. We have this complete coverage with our parcel data nationwide. Like I said, over 250 attributes. All the data is linked with the data sets. And we have what's important. We do have different delivery mechanisms for the WhiteStar data. We do have streaming data that we work with, the ARC streaming with the Esri software, 20 years in the business. So it works well. We do have the regular file geodatabases, if you will. And we have also a cloud solution, which is, you go there to the cloud aspect, SaaS service, if you will, and you can get it in all the G&G applications like Petra, Geographics, Kingdom SMT. We do AutoCAD, DXF, DWG. So, and that gives you the data in UTM, stay plain, ready to use. I've seen it over the years, being there for 12 years. A lot of our other employees have been there for 20 years. So, as they get older, experience matters, in my opinion. You find what you like, what works and what doesn't. And in having that data, having it in the correct format, data and projections, really your day-to-day workflow helps out. We have zoning attributes. All our data is geocoded with point data. We have limitless downloads, which has helped out. We found from working with clients and collaborating with them, that's very important. We do have flex mapping software that does legal descriptions. I'll go into a little further detail on that. We have cultural data that you saw before, which, cultural data is, it's going to be about 100 attributes. That's rivers, roads, contours, building footprints, all that you need for your infrastructure mapping. That's what we help out with. And we are just, we're land-aid focused. We're just a bunch of map nerds. So like I said, 30 years doing it strongly. And I say this, the customer service, it's pretty generic to say that, but it's true. Any problems, any questions our clients have, we have the expertise over 20 years, we've had people there 30 years. I'm a rookie at 12. So, if there's any problems, we're right on it. And I don't think it's arrogance. It's just that we built this company. We've had this happen, that if there's anything that's wrong, we look into it and we help out. Now, to start off this, TrueGrid, that's the basis. That's your map base of any, if you're doing any infrastructure planning, then, we have a contiguous database across the US, no gaps or slivers. We've incorporated monument points that we've collected out in the field. working with our clients, like we do collaborations. So any client that goes out and goes, okay, we did survey data on top of this, and then we incorporate that within ours to even tighten it more. We found that, not all survey data is great. Some surveyors aren't that well, so we review it, we implement it, or we don't. So this is a map of our nationwide coverage. Now, we do have a contiguous database across the nation, but the fuchsia or blue, if you will, is our lots, tracts, quarters. And that's extremely important. We've ran into a lot of people doing quartering sections, algorithms and all that. But what we've done, and this is over the last 20 years, we've gone to the original GLO master title plats. And again, I don't know if I'm nerding out too much for you, but I'm out there if you have any questions after this, or email me. But we've gone to the GLO master title plats over the last 20 years, hand digitized that, and that gives you the correct acreage, and it gives you the correct lot number. So, and I've learned this throughout the years, is like lot 1 is not always in the northeast section. It could be anywhere, but that gives you the true and accurate data that you need to map out your infrastructure. So, why that came about, and it was about 20 years ago that we started this program, is we were working with a large forestry company, and they were using inaccurate data. And what happened was they harvested on sacred land, and right there, that's a multi-million-dollar mistake. So you need good data to do your infrastructure planning, and that's what we provide. And we go down, again, the lots, tracts, quarters. We say that's down to a gnat's ass. Excuse my language. I don't like the profanity, but I thought this was a clean show, but that's what we do it down to. Now, the next layer is our cultural HD, and we put HD on there. We have over 60 layers currently. We're working with the federal government on the Justice 40 to incorporate those layers also. And again, that's the rivers, roads, that goes down to the building footprints, contours. And I say this, we do a collaborated effort with our clients. So if somebody needs something, we're like, okay, what do you need? Well, we need bird migration. Okay, so we look that up, we digitize it, or we enhance that into our data and have these streaming mechanisms that we just put that in there. We go down to the wells HD. Now that's just header information. I say that, there's all the IHSs and Verises and all that stuff. We use our wells HD for the accuracy this is just client feedback from the lat longs of it. We incorporate that against our land grid, and from what we've understood, this is spot on accuracy. We have wells that they may not have, or other people, they have wells that we might not have. So you need these other data sets to correspond with each other. So that's what we have for Wells HD. Now this has been, within the last several years, Parcels HD has gone bonkers. It's just, people need to know, landowners need to reach out. I mean, we started at WhiteStar just in oil and gas and midstream. We've expanded into forestry. We've expanded into renewables. I mean, everybody knows GIS isn't just a one-trick pony. It's just so many different verticals that you can use with it. And this goes along with the analytics of, all our data sets are the same going from county to county across the US. So if you're doing any FME scripting, any Python scripting, bringing into Esri Model Builder, having that sequence of going to the same attributes is important, because then your scripts will work. You're going to the next county, and just pulling the data. That's what we're known for, is the clean and precise data that we do have. We do also have electrical lines. We have transmission lines, substations. It seems like this is just a commercial, but it's true. Anything that we can collaborate with our partners that we work with is very important. We worked with a company and they said, well, in California, we were looking at Williamson Act. And that's where we researched it over all the counties in California, incorporated that in our data. And what that gives you is every 10 years, for a 10-year period, a landowner puts the land on pause. They just say, okay, you get major tax breaks with this. And then once that 10 years is up, people are looking at the land and saying, okay, we are wanting to do something with it, whether forestry or anything else like that. And then we have other data sets. Flex mapping is a program that we have. And I say this with a grain of salt. It's AI intelligence. So every document, it's gone through 30 million documents. The cursive writing from the 1950s, it's spat it out. And, that's, but once we input it, it reads it. And it's true. AI intelligence is amazing. So that's our flex mapping services. And I have a booth out there. I'll know more. It seems like I'm out of time, but I thank you. And great to be here to be a gold sponsor.